Hi, guys.
Oh,
I didn't think we would make it, but we're here.
I just realized I don't have my AirPods. Let me go grab those. I just want to make sure y'all got in. Yay, I'm glad everyone's here. All right, I'll be right back. I'll leave you guys off mute together so you can talk.
Is Loretta there? Hey, Connie.
Yeah.
Hey, Loretta.
I thought you were going to the botanical gardens.
Yeah, my friend backed out.
Well, I
She had
didn't
some
think it's
she had a
windy.
problem. So instead I did yoga with Ewan today. And he's talking about water aerobics starting up soon. In the
Oh,
next
wow.
session. Yeah. But we'll have to sign in.
Bathing suits optional for the new water aerobics.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to be swimming by myself.
They'll probably limit the amount of people that are in the class.
Yeah.
So to be far away from each other.
And the yoga classes are not going to be in the gym anymore. They're going to be upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about that.
Yeah,
Just have to see how many people they allow.
exactly. But you got to register for all the classes?
Yep. Yeah, and there's that big deal about if you register and don't show up, it's going to be marked against you.
Right.
So I got those things ready. Okay, who else is here? Connie, Loretta.
Hear me? Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great, awesome. Were you guys, did stuff come out today of information or something? What were you guys talking about?
No, they were just talking. I was at the yoga class and Ewan was talking about the new schedule. and-
Oh, okay, got it.
It's not out yet, but I think they're set, and that they're supposed to open up like the water aerobics classes.
Wonderful, okay. I know I have a ton of emails I've yet to personally see yet because I know the schedule should be coming out soon. Like
Yeah.
there may be changes. I don't know exactly what's happening yet either, to be honest with you. So, and I know there's a big email I just haven't gotten to it yet because, those days it's noon. And if I told you what I've done before noon today, you would laugh, so.
Well, there's not anything for us yet.
Okay, got it.
Just
Got it.
talking
Yeah.
about it.
So stay tuned and look, the schedule I would think would be out pretty soon.
Yeah, they said it was red. That's all I know.
Yeah,
Red
it should be out soon. Yeah, it should be out very soon. Because this one ends on, is it Sunday, right? This one ends on Sunday. I
Oh,
think it is.
that's
I
good.
think this is the fall one or the new schedule or something. So
Okay.
yeah, so stay tuned for sure.
I wonder
All
if
right.
they got, someone to take Nancy's place. Because the only teacher on Friday would be Tom, unless he's going to do a double class.
Maybe he will.
Yeah, we'll have to see, definitely. I'll be interested too. We'll see what, well, I'll see soon, won't we? Never know, one day at a time. All right, I'm gonna have to meet everyone just for recording purposes, and we are gonna start on our mat for Lengthen Strengthen today. So thank you guys for taking the time to show up for class, and let's just use the mat. Oh, I'm gonna spotlight myself actually really quick. I always sometimes forget to do that. That way you can see me big. Easier to see me if I spotlight myself. All right, guys. Let's just meet on the mat. We're actually going to be standing first, so you can actually stand up, which is kind of not usual for us on mat, but we are going to be standing. I'm going to come a little bit closer to you just so you can see my feet. take some time with our feet today, give our feet some love. And the biggest foundations are our feet, right? So they kind of feed up from everything all the way to the top of our head and bear a lot of the weight on the ground. So please come to standing, find all four corners of your feet, kind of move around a little bit. The big toe, pinky toe, separate those toes out, both parts of the heel. Kind of just find yourself kind of shoulders back and down, kind of relax. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna just start to lift the toes off the ground, one foot at a time. It seems like kind of a simple thing, right? But a lot of activities going on and lengthening our, think about this from like those little metatarsals, the bones, kind of like right at the ball of the foot, all through like the phalanges. I think that's the toe bones, little bones that are running through there. So please try to separate. And we're gonna set those feet down. And now kind of start to like lift instead the opposite way. So you're gonna just lift the heel off the ground. No rush. Take your time. For some of you, this might feel really, really good. For some of you, it might feel really tight. Our feet don't get a lot of attention, and we kind of got to give some love to them. Couple more times on each side. What I'm going to have you do is please stand without falling over to one side, okay? I want you to take one, it's going to be up, and you're kind of keep it close so your big toes are in line. Now what we're going to do is like very, very little circular motion. So you're not like making yourself roll yourself or roll your ankle. You just want to do a little bit of a circle with the ankle. Got a little flexibility, a little bit of mobility. And see how you kind of want to start to lean. So make sure you're pressing through this foot, this leg. And then can you go the other way for 5 times? And then we're going to set that foot down, bring the other foot up, put the weight in this, distribute it, but brace the core to keep yourself nice and tall. Bring those toes, big toes kind of lined up together. And you're not way out here, right? We're a little bit closer. And we're just going to slowly roll this ankle very, very gently. Please don't push it. The little movement, sometimes the little movements can cause us to feel it even more. So make sure you're not doing anything that your body tells you is like a sharp knife kind of pain. I'm gonna try 5 the other way. Wonderful. All right, let's set both of our feet on the ground. And now I'm going to show you this from the side. I'm going to have you feet are together right underneath the hips. You're just going to place this back. Now you can go really far back, but you can just even stay here, tucking the toes under to stretch out that front of that foot. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel that. Again, you can go further back if you want, but if that's enough for you right here, you don't have to. And don't press into your toes, so kind of avoid, see my toes are kind of like, what are you doing? You have to, I'm trying to balance and look at you. So I'm gonna forward look and talk. So find something not moving, brace the core, keep yourself balanced, and then tuck the toe. And don't even do anything other than just like let it sit on the ground. And you can kind of let it sit, and then you can lift it up. Tuck the toes, and then bring them forward. Or you can hold for another few seconds. Then we're going to slowly bring it back to center. I'm going to turn to the other side. You can just do the other foot. Keep yourself nice and tall. And again, it can look like here. It can come a little bit further back. Make sure you're bracing through that leg that's supporting you. The core is completely tight all the way from right below, like right at the shoulders, kind of right below the neck, okay? All the way down towards the hip, that whole core complex. And release, wonderful. All right, so let's take, and all we're gonna do right now is all I want us to do is take and roll up to our toes and then back down. And then we're gonna do this for 10 times. 9, 8, 7. Take your time getting there. Last one. And hold. And squeeze those calves a little bit, bend the knees slightly, brace the core, and hold for 30 seconds, okay? Seems like a long time. It's something real simple. If you need to kind of balance side by moving around a little bit, that's fine. From the side, you can kind of see I'm bending my knees just a little bit to give me a little bit of support, holding, bracing my core, lifting my chest, eye gaze is out, looking at something not moving to keep myself balanced. Another 10 seconds. If you want, you can slowly try a balance position where you want to bring your arms up and forward for 3, for 2, 1, and slowly lower down. Wonderful. All right, let's come to a seated position. I'll come a little bit closer. So come to a seated position. You sat here, felt really good, hopefully. Right now, just gonna have one foot in front of the other. So if you want to bring this leg in a little bit closer, and then this leg would be out in front. Oh, I'm like crooked. That's okay. Sometimes in life you're a little crooked, right? That's okay. It's what it is. So one leg could be stacked on the other. We're gonna do that nice hip opener. If you can get this foot up onto your thigh, that'd be wonderful. Into kind of a lotus position. Hips could be a little bit more tight if you haven't done this in a while, so don't be surprised. Both sit bones should be on the ground. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of massage while we're here. So I want us to take and give some love to the toes. The option is to have both feet on the ground, and then you do not have to stack, okay? So let's do that kind of nice self-smile facial release, self-massage. Little goes a long way, we know that. Using our fingertips, thumbs to get into the heel, the arch, and each toe. See how my hip wants to kind of lift and go to the side? Make yourself center, okay? Think, intention. Think, where are my legs? Think, where's my hips? Are my hips squared towards me? If that is all you want to do, don't mess with your foot, right? You can just stay right here. This is just to kind of get you out of thinking about how long you're sitting in this position. Don't forget to breathe. 5 fingers through each toe. Try to separate those toes. We're going to stay there for about 15 seconds. We've done this before where we put our fingers through the toes to separate the toes. You can even come up to the right behind Achilles tendon. Give that some love. All these places, I would be shocked if you tell me they don't have a little bit of tightness and you're getting a little bit of feedback from your body. Release. Set yourself up for success. Are your shoulders back and down? Take your hands to the side. We're going to put them out in front of us. I'm going to slowly tip forward from the hip, trying to bring these hands slowly, slowly, slowly forward. Okay. The eye gaze is going to go towards the mat. We're going to tuck the chin to the chest, and we're going to slowly start to walk out as far as you can go. Now, this is going to become a little bit more difficult and a little bit more of a stretch. If it is too much, find your place and stay there. Breathe. Allow yourself not to collapse. Don't let the belly just go. Brace your core. Walk your fingertips out a little bit more. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And for the next 30 seconds in silence, we hold. In 3, 2, 1, slowly walk your way back up. Roll yourself up to the top. Lift yourself all the way up, eye of the sky. Hold those arms up. And release. Let's let this leg go. Safely grab the leg, place it down on the ground. It may feel kind of tight or a little bit loose. You can bring it forward and back. Create some activity in the feet a little bit for a second here. Okay, let's just windshield wiper our feet or make circles, whichever feels good to you. Separating those toes. Anything you want to do for the next 5, 7 seconds, kind of just create energy through the feet because we're going to go back into the other side. You're now going to bring in this leg. We're going to stack this on top or just bring it in front of the other, which is absolutely fine. If you can get to this place, you try to stack that up. Even if there's a big gap in between, no big deal. Nobody's judging anyone, right? Your day, your workout, your moves. It's your lengthen to strengthen, not anyone else's, okay? Own those words. Let's do some amazing feet work, right? Just find your foot. For those of you that jumped in, that's awesome. A little bit of foot massage. 45 seconds goes a long way. 10 minutes, that's all you're doing. You can use your fingertips and thumbs to kind of push in to really get into that arch and or a lot of times the heel, the fingertips like this into the heel. Come all the way up to the pad of that foot. Make sure you give that love. Takes a lot of the hit in your shoe, or if you're barefoot or sandals or high heels, whatever you're wearing. Even do circular motions. Let's separate our toes. Try to get those fingers in between to separate our toes. Relax the hand, relax the toes, relax the jaw. You could smile. Use your thumb to kind of rub forward motions behind in this Achilles tendon. That sometimes gets very tight. And our calves are tight. Okay, those muscles need to be rolled out. That can lead to the plantar fasciitis kind of symptomology, right? So we want to make sure we really get those nice calves nice and rolled out, whatever way, with your hand or a foam roller. Separate those fingers out. Hands go out in front of us. Take a nice inhale in. Make a choice if you're going to tip forward from the hips and where you're going to walk to today on this side. You may go lower, you may stay up higher. You may not even walk yourself down at all. Tuck the chin to chest and walk yourself a little further. For the next 30 seconds, please find a place that presses you past your limits, but is still not any painful, and hold. 3, 2, slowly walk yourself back up, rolling yourself up to the top. Reach your arms high above the head, eye gaze towards the sky. If you want to take the sides of your mouth and turn them towards the top, eyes are closed, take an inhale in, and on the exhale, release. Safely take this leg up, set it back on the ground again. Move it around a little bit if you need to for a second. Doing a lot of work with almost 2 minutes, almost 2.5 really. Bring the other leg up. So the feet in front of you, sit bones are on the ground. Feet are flexed. We're going to try to do a little bit of footwork again. Try to point both toes and then flex and point and flex and point and flex. For 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Now please lengthen these toes, right? And now I want you to bring our toes like we're ballerinas. Heels are together, keep them here, okay? Now make that a flexed foot. Hold and try to bring your pinkies with those heels touching, taking and rotating from the hips, okay? Not the knees. Take and bring those pinkies as close to the ground as you can get. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Walk the feet right out from the hips. And then we're going to try to bring the toes together, rotating from up here, not at the knee joint, okay? So brace the core, sit nice and tall. Zip up like we have that puppet string, right? So we're not doing this and this. Nice and tall, shoulders back and down, and try to bring those toes together. 3, 2, 1. Walk them in closer, heels together, and then back out. And last time, walk them back, straight out from the hips and bring them in. Please try not to avoid doing this, okay? Don't do this. Try to really sit up nice and tall. It should actually be kind of like energy inducing that you have to sit tall. And try to get your toes together. Wonderful. All right, land it out. Kind of bring your toes, move them around a little bit. Let's bring this leg in, and then let's bring this leg in. Take your hands out wide, and I want to give yourself a big hug. Tuck your chin in, chest, and hold. Please open up. Take the legs back out. This time though, we are going to make like a number 4 with this leg. So the leg sits out. This is coming right up, if you can, above the knee, or if you need to get a little bit lower, that's fine. You can just relax this leg. You don't have to have it super, super flexed, okay? Hips are squared facing knee. Kind of just face the front. Allow yourself to just sit in this position for a second, okay? Nice and tall. We're gonna have one hand here, and we're gonna bring this hand towards the back, and we're gonna lift our chest and look over that shoulder. This knee trying to stay towards the sky. Can you relax your legs? Try not to have so much tension through your hip flexors. Slowly come back to the center. We're gonna reach forward without going like we have to, it's not like old school, you don't have to like bring your knee all the way to your nose. You can have a massive bend, but if you just wanna kind of reach forward, you can lay your hands on here. You can bend your knee, come a little bit further up if you want. That's up to you. Find a place that feels good for the day that you're in today. If you like to grab onto the bottom of your foot and bring your knee high, that's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. Try to reach those fingertips far past that foot if you can. Allowing this hip to just kind of fall into the earth. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen those arms, the spine. For 3, 2, and slowly roll up to the top. We're gonna cross this leg over, okay? And then we're gonna bring this leg up. Now, do you see what I just did? So I went from here, right? That I crossed the leg over, and then I bent the knee a little bit so I can bring it up, and I start to lean myself back, turn sideways, onto, watch, elbows are towards the back, so I'm kind of supporting myself. So I'm not letting myself like fall. I'm supporting myself, lifting the chest high and wide, and having my fingertips towards my body, okay, to support me. If you feel better with them out, that's fine, but try not to twist them like the other way. And we're opening for another hip stretch, right? Okay, so that's the position we're in. So you're leaning back just a little bit, but you're not falling back. You're still pressing nice and firm through those hands, and actually claw through those fingertips so you don't press the wrist too much. Claw through the first finger and thumb. Try to like really think about having some activity and tension, and set an intention of using your hands and wrists for what they're there for. Don't just fall into them. Now that is one option. You could stay here. You also can, if you want, grab underneath, and you can also come with both and try to interlock the fingers so you start to like cradle a baby. You can leave the knee bent, or you can even straighten it if you're in there. If that's a practice, that'd be like another level. You do not have to do any of these. The modification is right back to where we were. Otherwise, you just let that foot sit there, and you can be right here. We are going to stay here for another 30 seconds. So you figure out where you're going to best suit yourself for 3 and 2, and find that place and hold. Lengthen through the spine. Hips are facing me. Eye gaze is towards me. Shoulders are not like this, right? Okay, look at yourself right now in the camera. Make sure your shoulders are back and down. You have activity in your feet. Energy is staying there. And we hold. Breathing. Allowing oxygen to flow through the body. In 3, 2, slowly take wherever you are, lower this leg to the ground safely. Press it out in front and release. Shake out the legs. Get a little sip of water if you want. You might need a little sip of water. Please grab a, staying hydrated is never gonna be a bad thing, right? So this time, now we're gonna sit ourselves on our sit bones. This leg is first gonna just start here. It's either gonna press itself like the number 4 above the thigh or below. Knee is trying to come towards the ground. This knee is facing towards the ceiling. Hold, set yourself up in this position. Make sure the shoulders are back and down. Now walk the hand to the front, other hand to the back. We're gonna slowly turn towards the back, looking over the back shoulder. Make sure this shoulder you lift, so there's an intention there. We're not letting ourselves fall into this move, but brace right through the navel, zip up, and slowly come to the center. We're gonna reach ourselves forward. So remember how we do that on the other leg. Again, you can make a big knee bend or a little micro knee bend You're gonna tip forward from the hip and you try to bring your fingertips towards your foot. Tucking your chin to chest and hold. Again, if grabbing on your foot is where you wanna go, then big knee bend. If you're flexible and keep it straight, try not to like lock the knee, have a little micro knee bend no matter what. Otherwise, just find a place that is suitable for you. Just to lengthen the hamstrings. You have 15 more seconds to hold. And slowly roll yourself up. All the way top. With the arms all the way up. Eyes to sky. And release. Let's take this foot on top. Okay, this is perfectly amazing. You will get a hip stretch here. You will feel this, okay? Or we are gonna lift it where you can lift this knee up towards you. And again, remember, I tip back just a little bit, supporting myself through my wrist, slight elbow bend in those elbows just a little, and the elbows are not out. They're squeezed to my body, so my shoulder blades are squeezing together. Chest is lifted, and my eye gaze is towards you. So this is how I can look, or this. Which do you think you want to do? Okay. If this is plenty, please do not move. This is a really, really, really intense, deep stretch. Lengthening to strengthening, that's what we're doing. And forget about some of the strongest ways to make your body move better. Is to do this stuff. Self-care, the stretching, the myofascial release. This stuff is super important. That third level, you can take that leg out. You can cradle, one arm under, connect if you want, and hold like you're rocking your baby side to side. Wherever you find is your best place for you today. We hold for 30 seconds. Now, if you are in these positions and you want to start doing a little flossing, which kind of is a little movement back and forth, those little teeny muscle fibers you're going to feel in your bottom. Like you're flossing a tooth, you barely move. It's like literally like a quarter inch, side to side. Another 10 seconds and we're done with this move. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for staying there for yourself. Slowly, wherever you are, if you're up here, take the leg and gently place it on the ground. Shake it out a little bit. We're gonna sit a little bit closer to you. Bring ourselves in a cobbler's pose, so your feet are gonna come together. You can hold your feet, you can hold your ankles. While you're at it, you can kind of do a little bit of a massage right here. It's not gonna hurt anything. Why not get a 2-for-1, right? So try to sit nice and tall, brace that core, okay? Shoulders are back and down. You can use your elbows to press into your, like right to the sides if you want. You can press right into those thighs, or you can just let your legs relax and take, and I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna find my sit bones. I'm gonna make myself sit tall. I'm gonna place my hands right here. I'm gonna make my hips open through pressing them through that hip complex by bracing my core and allowing myself not to fall into this move. That's really not always easy. This looks like it could be a very simple thing. Don't let it fool you. Keep these feet together. Might help if you just kind of concentrate on rubbing them a little bit. You have another 15 seconds here. And we're going to release. We're going to go into a little bit of a foggy position. So if you can, come towards the front. I'm going to have you, if possible. All you're going to do is you're going to get up and you're going to be sitting on these toes that are up in the air. They're going to be as wide as your mat, okay? And you're not going to be like sitting in this like sumo squat. We're not going to do that today. You're going to just be kind of playing around here. So you're going to be lifted on the heel, kind of side to side, opening up the hips. Watch the chest. The chest is not like this. You're not like down like this. Okay, guys? This is not like a speed race. And another option would be just to literally hold. You don't even have to move. Brace the core, kind of create not all that tension through the wrist, okay? So the way you want to do that is you want to claw these fingertips into the mat, bracing the core, lifting the chest. Get another 15 seconds here. And set that heel down on each side. For 3, 2, and hold. Set yourself back. If you want, you can stay in this. Otherwise, I want you to bring yourself forward, slowly lower yourself one knee to the ground, and then slowly lower yourself the other knee to the ground. So we are in a tabletop position. The knees are stacked under the hips. The hands are under the shoulders. The toes are tucked under. We're going to go on to a 2 cat-cow variations. So we're going to take a nice inhale in as we look up. Now on the exhale, we're going to round the back up. Inhale in. And then round through the back. All right, let's take and set our knees, feet to one side. Have a seat back for a second. I want you to find that foam roller if you have one. If not, you're gonna use your hands. We're just gonna do our calves like I talked about on purpose for about 3 to 4 minutes. This should make you thirsty. Very possibly can. Foam roller, we're just gonna only do from right above the ankle bone to right below the knee, okay? So level 1, you're just gonna take this roller, let your feet hang towards the ground, and you're just gonna roll those calves out, both one at a time, back and forth. You can kind of move it up, walk it up a little higher. As for the meaty parts of your calf or on both sides, or you can do one leg at a time. Okay, I'm gonna show you that option. Or you can cross over and you're gonna slowly roll out from here. It's an active, by the way, this is an active, like a participating recovery move. So you just don't kind of like sit and it just rolls forward. You gotta do some work with foam rolling. The other option would be, I know for me, I'm gonna try to get a little bit out of this because mine are really tight. So from my ankle bone right here, I'm gonna take cross over, and for me, I can take a couple at least and try to lift myself like 1 inch off. And I'm gonna woo-hoo, take my breath away, roll. You can sit yourself back down, and we're gonna try to roll forward and back for 4. Wherever that is for 3, 2, don't be surprised if it takes your breath away. 1. Now, wherever you are, you can bring yourself back to the ground. Again, if you have one on a time, I have the meaty part of my calf I'm working out right now because I can feel like tight little knots in there. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna slowly, okay, roll from one side. Remember the rainbow? And slowly roll to the other side. If you find a knot, like right there is a knot, I'm gonna leave my leg there. I'm gonna breathe and I'm gonna allow my muscle to relax, my feet, and I'm gonna think, I'm gonna let myself kind of melt into my foam roller. So let this muscle just relax. And actually feel it starting to just dissipate. Try to do 4, side to side. And then if that is not enough for you and you want to go to the kind of sawing back and forth, you can go side to side, lightly pressure through the foam roller to work out any of those other areas that you feel like need specific. You're going to know your own self. You're going to know your own body. Like I might find right here, this inside, I can feel that more than any other place in that area. So I challenge you for the next like maybe 10, 15 seconds, play around with that. See on this leg, is there any place that you can feel it more? Without a foam roller, what is it you do? The same thing. You start to do this with your fingertips all the way up. All the way down. You can use your fingertips and palms to slide, applying pressure. You're welcome for your upper back workout too. And you can also kind of knead a little bit with the knuckles. Same kind of thing, still self-massage. You're breaking up your fascia, that connective tissue that gets really tight. That's what leads to injury. You want to break this all up so it becomes nice and smooth. All right, we've gotten that love to that calf. Let's go to the other one if you haven't. And face this way. So again, I'm going to cross this foot over. I'm going to try a couple rolling forward and back. You see my toes. Watch. You can see how this is what, if you want to tense up that much, that's how much tension is running through my calf. The walking, biking, cooking, standing. I don't think I can think that maybe is not doing that is knitting. When I knit, it's probably not doing it. Probably I need to knit more and sit down. I don't know about you, but you guys think on an average day, how much are you standing? You know, are you standing at your stove? Are you standing cleaning? Do you teach in a classroom sometimes? Even if they're home e-learning, some of the teachers are still there. Is your job required to stand? And are the opposite? Are you sedentary? Do you sit a lot? Sometimes we get tight not doing anything. So both ways it can work for you. Moderation. Now we can roll side to side. If you do not have a foam roller, I do encourage you for a very small fee. You can find one probably on a couple of different places, local stores like discount stores. It can go such a long way. It's literally like medicine. The benefits of this kind of stretching for better sleep, reducing stress, reducing injury. I mean, what more do you want from a great class? Seriously, you guys are doing amazing. And then the lastly is that sawing back and forth. You want, it's like too much. So I took it off because it's like too much pressure. So I want to take this leg off because I'm just going to go side to side, but I don't need anything else on top. Like, no, thank you. So again, it's your body, it's your day. You have to pay attention to what feels good to you. I'm not sure this feels good, but it feels like it's doing what it should. I always feel better after. Feel a little bit lighter when you stand up. I'm gonna spend about, maybe, like I said, always about a minute to a minute and a half at most on each thing you're doing, as to not overdo it, but you can't really do this enough. Like if you want to do it later again, you can. All right, and release. Let's take that out of the way. I don't know about you, but I get like thirsty when I do self-massage. It's no different than when you're doing a regular massage. So your feet and calves should feel nice and loose, okay? Look at the time because, you know, I always have to do that. Okay, great. So let's concentrate a little bit on the arms now, please. So let's come for a seated position, just lengthening through the arms. Bring our arms out to the side. Palms are facing up. Slowly bring this hand towards the ground. If you can, I want you to think about bringing the forearm towards the ground. Lift yourself up, eye gaze to the sky, and we're gonna do a nice side body stretch. Making the letter C here. Eye gaze, watch, you wanna make sure you're not collapsing with your hand in front, okay? Eye gaze to the sky. Shoulders are away from the ears. Let the head naturally hang. Then inhale in and exhale to the other side. Again, set yourself up where you're reaching your highest potential, high into the sky, open chest, slight little smile. It's a bright, beautiful fall day. We're here, we're able to move, intention set. Mine for today is peace. Inhale in. And on the exhale, we're gonna go side to side. We're gonna inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. If you wanna close your eyes, you can. And hold. All right, please take the arms, okay, to the side. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the arm back a little bit, okay? And we're gonna take ourselves and kind of slightly rotate ourselves towards this knee. Bracing the core, lifting through the chest and opening ourselves up. Slight spinal twist, so nice and strong. Brace the core, not too far. Bring the arms in the center as you come towards the center to open back up. And this time, instead of taking them out to the side, let's take them up. So your chest is kind of looking and nose right over your knee. Shoulders are back and down. Comes to center. And now this side up. Shoulders are back and down. You're almost like making the letter Y. If that's too much, please bring your hands in front. You do not have to have them that high. Sometimes people's shoulder mobility isn't there. We're working on that in classes too, right? And last one, come to the center. We come out to the side like we started. Slight micro bend in the elbows, okay? Lift through the center. You guys are great today. Nice and on and strong. And slowly come to the front. Make us take our hands out. We're gonna take them down and up and down, up for 10 times. Please don't rush this. Feel that in the forearm. Separate the fingers. And hold. Let's take this and slightly just kind of reach back, pulling on the fingertips, but like barely, okay? You can put it this way also if that's a nice stretch for you. And again, I'm literally just kind of like holding my fingers on here. I'm not pressing. I almost just want to do this so you see like how much I'm not doing it. Try to avoid this. And then we're gonna bring that arm in, bring this arm down or up, and just relax. Can you relax your shoulders, eyes, mouth, hips, feet? Slowly bring your hands together. Let's rub them together, kind of get a little bit of warmth going on through our fingertips. If you have any pets at home, sometimes this can drive them crazy. So we're making like a little bit of a fire. And we're gonna hold our hands and right to the heart, okay? So hold your hands to your heart, take a deep breath in. So your hands, place them down gently wherever they sit. Shoulders back and down. Let's take and try to reach our ear towards our neck on this side. So as for a very nice stretch through this part of the neck, nice and gentle. If you want more, you know to put this, if you've done this before, put this hand out on the ground, thumb up, or you can lift it and take it towards the back. Otherwise, you can take it straight out with the thumb up on the ground or up, and then slowly with your eye gaze at me, just hold. A lot of sinus issues. Our necks get really tight sometimes, one side specifically. The stretch can go a really long way in lengthening that neck and the upper part of the spine. So you open the eyes, press the hand down, release, and come to the center. Bring the head to the other side. Try to keep those shoulders back and down. Arm out on the ground, thumb up here, here. Light, gentle touch on the top of your head. No pulling, please. For 3, 2, slowly take this hand off. Release the hand down. Bring yourself to center. Eye gaze towards one side. Chest though is facing me. Hips are facing me. Shoulders are facing me. Slowly. Shoulders away from my ears. What do you seek? What do you seek to find in the day, right? Today I seek a little wisdom and inner peace. And appreciation for the now. Bring yourself to center. Let's roll our shoulders back for 2 more. After this, one more. And let's roll this way. 1 for 4 total. Bring your elbows all the way together. Forward and then up. Forward, up, forward. Last one. Set your hands down, side, wherever you wanted to go. Inhale in for 2, full breath. Hold. 2 more times just like that to end. And last one. I hope you have a wonderful day, a great weekend, and stay tuned to see the new schedule. Surprise, 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 when I'll see you next week, and try to find me on the schedule somewhere. I should be in there live. So thank you for everything, and thanks for coming to class today. Hope you had a good workout.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. It was really
Thanks,
good.
guys.
Thanks.
See you next week.
Okay.
Hey, we'll be here.
Bye.